Hey again everybody, I'm John Beilfuss, the executive chef of Lula's Louisiana Cookhouse here in Owasso, Michigan. We are still currently closed due to the coronavirus and looks like we're going to be for a while. So I'm going to just keep making some new recipes for you. I was just getting ready to make lunch and thought, well, let's put it in a video. It's one of my very favorite Mexican dishes, one of my very favorite lunch or dinner dishes, easy to make, 5-minute make. So today's recipe is Camarones con Chipotle Crema. So they're shrimp in a chipotle cream, wonderful just by themselves or with Mexican rice, or as I'm going to do, put them on flour tortillas for tacos. So let's get at it. And here's everything you're going to need to make this great, quick, easy dish. Starting from left to right, I have one perfectly executed margarita. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to make that at the end of this video. I have a small can of San Marcos chipotle peppers, about 6 garlic cloves. And what I've done is I've taken that whole can of San Marcos and those garlic cloves and just blended them in a food processor to a paste that you're going to see in the little white bowl there. I keep that in the fridge. It'll hold for a long time, and just pull it out to make this dish when I need to. First thing we're going to do is melt our 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter in a nice saute pan over medium-high heat. Once that butter is melted, we're going to add our shrimp. We're going to saute these shrimp for just a couple minutes just to get them started with a little bit of salt. And as you can see, they're starting to cook. They're getting a little opaque. So I'm going to add now 2 tablespoons of my Chipotle chili garlic paste. And we're going to toss that around real good. Add our cream. Mix that up real good. And let those shrimp finish cooking in that cream as the cream's reducing. And we're going to give this a couple minutes. Let that cream reduce, and that's all we got. Can you imagine how good these videos would be if I thought about what I was going to say before I said it, or maybe even like wrote a script or had some idea where I was headed before I turned on the camera? And these are getting pretty close. You can't say those don't look pretty awesome. It's as simple as that, my friends. I put 4 of those shrimp on 2 warmed flour tortillas, topped with a little cilantro, and here we go. Lunchtime. So like I said, at home it's pasta, 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 tacos, tacos, pasta, 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 pasta. And matter of fact, we've had these shrimp, this is our 3rd time this week for Morgan and I on the Chipotle shrimp, as well as we've had hamburger tacos, chicken tacos, house-made chorizo tacos. So we like our tacos. On these, I can serve these as a taco. I've also served it just as dinner with Spanish or Mexican rice and a vegetable, but they are delicious, so please enjoy. So look at this, multiple location videos in the downturn here while we've been closed. I've been working on my bartending skills a little bit, and one of the drinks I've played with is just your basic margarita. And the margarita I'm going to show you today is what I think is about as good as you can get with the typical simple ingredients. So in 1975, my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law Mike, moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it was, for Michiganders, it was like moving to Mars. It was so different, and we fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And our favorite restaurant to this day in New Mexico is Rancho de Chamayo, which is in a small village up in the mountains north of Santa Fe, about an hour to get there from Santa Fe. And one of my very favorite margarita memories is Mike and Judy, a girl I was dating at the time, and Mike's brother Chris. all went to Rancho de Chimayo for dinner. And, you know, beautiful drive, evening drive, and the sun going down over the mountains. It was beautiful. And we got there and they didn't have a table, so they sat us at the bar, and there were 4 of us. So we started ordering pitchers of margaritas. And I really don't remember if it was 3 or 5, but it was a lot of pitchers of margaritas. I think I remember saying it was 3 pitchers. Maybe over the years I've grown it to 5 pitchers, but let's just call it 3 pitchers of margaritas for 4 people. And so, needless to say, before our table ever became ready, you know, we were pretty hammered, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I got up and went to the bathroom here at Rancho de Chimayo, and the doors are these like 600-year-old doors this thick, you know, 2 people to open. It was a huge thing. So I went in and went to leave, and the damn door wouldn't open, and I'm pulling on it, and I kind of had a panic attack, like, I can't get out of here, I'm locked in the damn bathroom. So I, because I had 3 pitchers of margaritas, decided to do a kung fu move, and, you know, ran to the back of the bathroom, came running towards that door, kicked both of my feet out, and right at that time, my brother-in-law Mike was coming to check on me to see what was going on, and he opened the door just as I would have kicked it open, because I was pulling it. It was a door that needed to be pushed. I didn't know that. But anyway, so I came flying feet first. Mike opens the door, and his recollection of it was I just came like I was levitating, level, horizontal to the floor, straight out the bathroom door, and landed on the floor. Needless to say, we never made it to our table for dinner that night. We did go back the next night and have a great dinner, but I still like margaritas to this day. Okay, so for my perfect margarita, you need 4 ingredients: tequila, Cointreau, triple sec will work, lime juice, and agave nectar. About 2 years ago, Morgan and I met with Charles Jolly, who at the time, and I think he still is, was the #1 bartender in the world. And he had opened the Aviary in Chicago, part of the Alenia group down there. And we talked to him at length about cocktails. This is when we were going to open up the bar here. And he had a couple theories. First of all, #1, he thought 2 ounces of alcohol in a mixed drink, and I agree with him, which I should, because he's a hell of a lot better at this than I am. But anyways, it was, you know, that's what we usually have in our drinks, is 2 ounces of our primary spirit. And the other thing he said is don't use expensive alcohol in mixed drinks. Those are for sipping. And you know, we found that that's true, and we've experimented a lot. Like this drink, I happen to have a Herradura here, which is a good Blanco tequila, middle of the road price-wise. I usually make this drink with my house tequila, which is a good tequila. It's a little less expensive, and you just can't tell the difference. And I made this with our very highest end tequilas, and you certainly wouldn't want to waste your money on the ultimate tequila, and that's for sipping. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with 2 ounces of a good Blanco tequila. We're going to add a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. Now I got to tell you, we squeeze all of our limes here, and all of the fruit juices you get in our drinks are fresh. Today I'm using Nellie and Joe's key lime juice that you can buy at any grocery store. I always swear, wouldn't do it with lemon juice, but with this lime juice, it's very hard to tell the difference, and I prefer it in all my drinks. And 3/4 of an ounce agave nectar. I'm going to give that a nice shake. And pour it over rocks in a rocks glass. So there you go. The perfect margarita, in my opinion. So thanks again for watching another exciting episode of Totally Unprofessional videos with John, Scratch Cooking with John. And we'll look forward to doing it again soon. And have a great Saturday. So I just remembered, I can't tell the Rancho de Chimayo margarita story without telling you the end of the story. So we get kicked out. We're driving home. I have to get out of the car for obvious reasons. My sister pulls over. I start to get out. My brother-in-law Mike gets out to help me walk arm in arm, and we're like, walking, and all of a sudden we hear my brother-in-law Chris scream at the top of his lungs, "Stop!" And we did, and Chris got out of the car and ushered Mike and I back into the car. We're like, "What was that all about? We're just taking a little walk." And he's like, "You almost walked off a cliff." And we're like, "Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, you're out of your mind." Next night we go back, and we pull off at the same spot, and it's about a 3,000-foot straight drop, no guardrails, no nothing. So Chris saved Mike and my life that night, and I would just like to thank you, Chris. And I'm glad you and I are still here, brother. Downturn here, while we've been closed, I've been honing my bar skinning. My bar skinning kills.